What's up, y'all? You are tuned into Rappers Playing Games, aka RPG. Today's guest is MC Homeless.
What's up, y'all?
We are going to be playing Toxic Crusaders.
Shout out to Trauma.
Toxic Crusaders, I've only played this game one time.
I've probably played this game hundreds of times.
Really? I love this, by the way. This, it's so Trauma to have like a 10-second screen that you can't skip that's just a credit to
Absolutely,
them.
and Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Hurt's names are there. What's your favorite Trauma movie?
Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet, that's a good one. Mine is Redneck Zombies.
I don't think I've ever seen Redneck Zombies.
You should definitely watch it. It's a shot on video, gritty 80s sort of horror comedy. But when I was a kid, the humor was really lost on me and all I really saw was gore. And I love that. And kind of when I got into high school, I was like, this movie's actually hilarious.
Oh, there's your players.
Oh, there we go.
I think. Huh. Oh, there we go.
We figured it out.
What a weird way to... Everything about this is so Trauma and like, we'll just figure it out. Toxic Avenger was really the Toxic Avenger trilogy, the original trilogy.
Absolutely.
Was really what got me
classic.
I just remember a kid at my high school being like, you gotta see this movie. Like, they run over this kid's head with a car and this guy gets his hands fried in frying oil. And
when I was in second grade, somehow I got my dad to rent me that movie. And we got to the scene where it's like, Skippy, don't forget your bike helmet, where you were talking about the kid's head gets smashed. And I can see he's sort of festering and brewing. And then, we're up.
We're up.
Didn't even ask us permission. We're just doing this. So then it gets to the scene where they're sort of doing it in the sauna, and he's like, all right, that's enough. So I had to wait probably, not that long, funny enough, probably 4 or 5 years after second grade to really see the Toxic Avenger, and that's what started my Trauma obsession. Was my dad just really booting it out of the VCR. I was like, ooh, this is something I really need to see.
It's ironic that by him like trying to limit your ability to see it, it just made you more intrigued.
That happened with an Ice-T album too, and I've kind of been obsessed with Ice-T my whole life ever since.
So we just watched your newest music video, and it's very much like super inspired by 80s and 90s horror. You got some green slime in there, you got Warriors references in there.
Yeah.
You got Who Am I Eating Guts. So obviously, you know, and like exploitation and horror are things that very much informed me as well. And I gotta say, I think I credit Trauma for getting me into that world. Oh, I'm on rollerblades now.
Nice, very 90s.
Do you think Trauma was your intro to that kind of world?
I think Trauma was, because before Trauma it was like King Kong and Frankenstein, and I saw weird stuff at the video store, but I wasn't quite old enough to rent it, like Chud, Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dwellers, and like Zombie by Fulci and stuff like that, which of course I eventually got into all that. Faces of Death, which I have a tattoo of, but Trauma, because it was so early on, second grade, there was just no way in hell my parents were going to rent me Faces of Death in second grade.
Right.
But somehow I convinced them to rent me Toxic Avenger. You know, I think my art over the years has been influenced by a lot of different things, and that's actually the video for Dead Rappers with Chris Condi is actually, I accidentally just hit you.
No, it's okay.
It is actually the first time that I've done anything with my music that has been distinctly related to horror. It's almost a horrorcore song in a way.
Yeah.
Because it's about weird stuff like killing people in horror, I don't know, and like death metal references and exploitation references and Ed Gein and... I
love the, by the way, you rhyming Ed Gein and Dead Teens.
Makes sense.
I just love that rhyme. Oh, I threw you. We did a co-op.
Yeah, that was definitely awesome.
But, okay, wait, are you in that helicopter?
I'm in the helicopter, dude.
Oh, shit.
I'm fucking people up from above.
Death from above. So, you've been doing indie rap shows for how long now?
Oh my gosh, forever.
Called Homeless House?
Oh, those ones, the year anniversary is coming up here. I don't think I'm in the helicopter this time. The year anniversary is coming up. Bushwick Bill played in my living room.
That's awesome.
That was pretty sweet. So yeah, just doing, the whole idea was I quit rapping for like 5 or 6 years and just did a whole lot of other stuff. And the idea was to come back on my own terms and kind of do these DIY punk style house shows. And, you know, it started off real small, and then I started to notice that people were showing up and really taking to the idea, especially because, I don't know, when you play a bar, sometimes there's just a lot of weirdness that goes along with it. There's no squats really in America, and I've toured Europe a few times, and I feel like squat shows really gave me a good influence, just like playing in weird basements in like the Czech Republic or like anarchist compounds in Poland. Those are where I was just like, okay,
that's amazing. When did you do that?
I've toured Europe 3 times, so I guess the third time, or the first time I want to say was with Riddler of Project Blowed in maybe like 2000. My years suck, dude. Maybe like 2008. And the second one was with P.T. Burnham, and that was like 2009. And we did the most insane countries. Like we did Belarus, we did Russia, we did the Ukraine before there was like revolutionary revolt in the Ukraine. Damn. Like 6 months later. So, and the third time was actually while I was retired from rap. I secretly went and opened up for Chesky and Scotty Sixo, my good friend who passed away, R.I.P., amazing artist. Shout out to Scotty Sixo, just have to plug him in there. But I feel like there's generally an appreciation of art that is distinctly European. You can even see it in European cinema.
When it comes to like world cinema, I think there is an interesting thing in that. A lot of European countries have arts divisions that are financing directors. They're financing.
Even Canada does.
Yeah, we're like we're maybe like the only one that doesn't really. It's not just that, but it's the fact that I think because of that, you're able to make perhaps movies that are a little more, even if they're bigger movies, that was really cool.
Yes.
More intimate, because you're not trying to create something for a global audience like Hollywood often is. What other like giallo stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I mean Suspiria and Deep Red and yeah, Italian horror. Anything where Goblin did the soundtrack.
Lenzi was more of a like Umberto Lenzi is kind of like B tier for me. Like he's got a couple movies that are incredible.
He's done some other of the cannibal genre movies. What has he done? I can't even recall.
Eaten Alive and Man from Deep River.
Okay.
I love those movies, the cannibal and the Mondo stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I feel like you got Fulci, who's a little bit elevated, and then Argento's like the master.
He's next level. Argento in his prime is just like beautiful work.
Mm-hmm. You're getting very far in this, by the way. I'm impressed.
It's like I can play with my eyes closed. I've played this game so much. It's almost ridiculous.
I feel like I could nerd out about this stuff all day, but I do want to talk about the project that you've got coming out with Fake 4.
I do. So every year, Fake 4 releases a few freebies around the holiday on their Bandcamp, and then there's sort of a physical to go along with it sometimes. So mine is an EP produced by Moody Black.
Nice.
It's called Sex and Death. It's definitely my darkest album ever. There's going to be 100 vinyl that are going to come along with it. Super limited edition on Fake 4. So by the time I believe this video is out, those will be pressed. You can get them from me or you can get them from Fake 4. And it's funny because the album is really influenced by Roland Howard and Nick Cave and Skinny Puppy.
That's cool.
And like weird industrial and goth music. Like I can honestly say I don't think there's a single rapper that influenced this album, and that's super weird because I love rap. I love rap history.
Are you rapping on it?
It's rap.
Are you doing like, do you do any weird, because you have like, what I like about your style, especially in the Dead Rappers video, is like this very driving kind of ominous delivery that you have. And I can see the Nick
Pretty
Cave,
ominous album.
See the Nick Cave in that, for sure, that darkness.
Oh, awesome, thank you.
Is the production influence?
Prior to my return to rap, I hit up Chesky and a few people and I was like, I have this sound in my head, and I described it and they were like, that's Moody Black. Mm-hmm. So I hit up Moody Black and
I mean, it really does seem like a perfect collaboration.
Yeah, I think me and Moody Black definitely have some similar things going on.
Who is this dude?
I don't even know. I don't even know, but I'm killing it in this game. Am I not?
You're
I mean,
killing it, dude. I'm impressed.
I'm going hard.
Beat him. He looks like Immortan Joe. That weird shit on his face. Oh,
I got
that
him.
was a savage death. He just slumped over dead.
Before I forget, Fake 4's Bandcamp is where you can download the album for free. And of course, if you want a physical copy, the vinyl will be available on there. And I have a cassette out right now with Brzezowski, and that's on I Had an Accident Records, and that's what the video Dead Rappers is from, so you can look up Dead Rappers on YouTube.
Well, thanks for coming by, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I think that's the plugs. And also, any links that are live by the time this episode's out, we'll put in the description.
Okay, awesome.
So watch the description. And then someday, after your projects all blow up, I'm going to show people this cart and be like, see that? That's MC Homeless.
I did that.
He did that.
Number one.
Every day feels like a curse.